Welcome back to 5-Minute Knives, the show where people who don't have channels give me advice on how to grow my channel. Today, we're going to be talking about a Knerfel, the Yojimbo. Duh. You guys know this knife? This is wearing the 5x5 Combat Solutions Wave. There's their sticker. You can get their Wave. It was like $35. So this review will in part tackle the Wave function as well. I picked up the Yojimbo 2 because I was looking for a self-defense EDC somewhat, and I'm getting real sick of going through Fox karambits just with all the quality control issues I've had. I've owned 5. And although I love the 590 series of Fox karambits, they fit my hand perfectly, I had a lot of quality control issues, and I couldn't find one quite right. So I decided to do something new, and I went back to Spyderco for the Yojimbo, and figured I'd give this a shot. Over 3-inch blade, straight blade, Warnicliffe. And one of the things I really liked about the Yojimbo was, I did own the Ronin too. That should be on Knives of the Past at some point, and I ended up getting rid of it. It was just a little too thin in the hand, and I never really found a good enough use for it, although almost identical to this knife in form factor. This one spoke to me, the folding version spoke to me a lot more. I picked it up, I forget now, Knife Center. I want to say $1.85 for the blacked out version. I have not really used this. With the 5x5 Wave, can you do the Spidey flick? Yes, but it's a little tricky. And one thing that I can say about this is it's very functional out of the pocket, and I know I'm going to do this off camera, but just so I have my thoughts on it, this comes right out of the pocket. This catches very, very well. And I wanted to try somebody else's waves versus my wave. See, this is on my Manix 2. And this gives you a nice thumb ramp here. The difference is with the Yojimbo, there's this great spot for your thumb right there. And it gives you just a lot of functionality. Now with this 5x5 Combat Solutions wave, you're kind of out a bit more. Does this wave work better than one of my own? You want me to be totally honest? No. I like mine. I like mine just as much. I think I like the shape of this a bit better. I think I like the looks of this better, of course. And it comes with a screw with a little tiny washer. I missed the washer, and it had some rattle in it. And I was trying to call them, and then I realized that there's a little washer there. So once you get the washer installed, I added a little bit of Loctite. This has been rock solid. No problems there. And actually, the little ramp it does give your thumb is okay for keeping it straight. It adds some weight to the blade. You notice it when you flick it. And when you do flick it, you have to kind of get in here. So with the waves, a lot of times, it kind of makes it so you have to use it almost like as a thumb stud opening. Like that. And this is very nice on the Manix 2 because you have this kind of axis-like lock. With the compression lock of the Yojimbo 2, using the thumb opening method, sometimes you get pinched right here. So just a warning on that. Here's my thing. Do I like the 5x5 Combat Solutions Wave? Yes. Do I like it on the Yojimbo 2? Kind of no. I got to be honest, this is already a pretty wide blade. This makes it just a little bit wider. You're losing this great spot that you want to put your thumb, which is right here on the blade. It does take away some of the fidget factor of the Yojimbo 2 because this is a little fidgety. That's kind of fun to do. But you got to have kind of stronger finger to push that all the way out. G10 scales, standard Spidey clip. You guys have seen this a million times. Hollow grind. I'm going to do a versus video for my EDC. I'm going to do the Yojimbo 2 versus my beloved Manix 2 for my EDC. That'll be in a couple of videos. I do have another Olight video to post. I'm so sorry. But that'll be out. And then we'll figure out, am I going to keep this? Do I like it? The review's mainly on the Yojimbo 2, and I can say this is a pretty cool knife. Pretty cool. I like it better than the Ronin 2, I'll say that. If you're looking at the fixed blade versus the folding, I'd pick up the folding. As far as EDC, I mean, if you pair it with something like this, Victorinox Tinker, yeah, that's a nice mix. You got self-defense, you got this, this is good. Right? But if you're just looking for a one-knife option, that can kind of do it all, Also, with the length of the Wharncliffe blade, with this being wave open now out of my pocket, this tip ever so slightly, it just feels like just a touch too long for this, the way this wave feature works out of the pocket. Just my opinion. I've had no accidents or anything yet. Just feels a little close. The compression lock's okay. I remember when I first, because I had it on my PM2, when I first got it, sometimes shutting it like that, I could feel the back of the blade, which is basically this part here, slap against my finger a little bit. So maybe I was getting a little too deep in there. Just kind of freaked me out a little. It's okay. It's good action. Is the Yojimbo 2 worth $185? I would get the non-blacked out version, or maybe head over to Knives. Is it Knives Plus? They do custom stuff. I mean, you might want to custom this out and do something really crazy on it. Would I get the wave for the Yojimbo 2? No, but I would do business with this company. It was fast shipping, easy installation. It is a nice accessory. It's just not my cup of tea on the Yojimbo 2. You guys may love it. Also, for 1,000 subs, I mean, I'm looking at a new giveaway. Who would freak out to get something like this? No promises. Speaking of giveaways, too, before we end the video, I know we've gone a little long, is our giveaway for the SE6 Sheath rig. The guy never claimed it. And we said till Tuesday. We gave him a whole week. So now I'm going to reach out to some other people in the comment section of that video. Make sure you're in the comment section of that video and you followed instructions. I'm going to select somebody else this week. And as soon as they answer me, they won. So whoever answers back wins. So sorry that we outed our winner and he never picked it up. But what are you going to do? These things happen. There's that edge. It's nice. I haven't used it for anything yet. The G10 was a little aggressive. I just very ever so lightly touched it with 400 grit. And just around the edges a little bit. This and the PM2 kind of had sharper edges on the handles. But yeah. I mean, it's pretty cool. I wouldn't get it with the 5x5 wave. I would say that. So this thing on its own, is it worth $185? S30V steel? Sure. If the compression lock's your thing, you love your PM2, you know, you're into it, why not? I think this would be a fine self-defense solution. It's just not an immediate pull it out of the pocket unless you're going to have the wave on it, which makes it lightning fast. But it does take away some of the fun and fidget factor. So just a heads up on that. I would say if you already have an EDC or you're pairing it with something like, you know, this, I would say the Yojimbo 2 is a total buy. If you're looking for a one knife option, I think that you're better suited with some competitive options. So that's just my opinion. So not saying anything bad or great. I do like it. I think it's neat. It gets oohs and ahs. People think it's cool. You clicked on it, right? But I will do a versus video in about 2 videos from now. This guy versus this guy. And I think a lot more of my finer points are going to come out in that video. And then I'm going to decide if I'm going to keep this or sell it. Or give it away to the channel. So we'll find out what we're going to do in a couple of videos. But I would say for right now, guys, the Yojimbo 2 is a total buy.